Well, today we have the pleasure to be with Isaac, Zach, and Taylor, who are Hanson, and it's been like 5 years.
Around 5 years since
you visited Most Wanted. That was off the success of Middle of Nowhere. So it's been a little while. What's changed the most, and what's stayed the same for you guys since then? Well, it's a big question.
Well, I mean, a lot has changed. I mean, we've always just been guys in a band, and we always loved to make music. That's always the thing that's kind of never stayed the same since we first started. But one, I think we just more and more appreciate the fans that have been there for years, and it's always amazing to be able to come back and consistently be able to have fans come out, plan shows. It kind of puts it in perspective, and also we're now the owners of our own record company. We're back to sort of being an indie band, like when we started, like every band is when they start out, and it puts it in perspective on it too, because it's really our focus has always been on making music, reaching out to the fans, and that can sort of really be our first priority with everything we're doing. So.
And the fans are dedicated. There's actually people outside that have been camping there since yesterday, so they're going to be very happy.
What they didn't tell you is the cement here is actually very soft and cushy, so they've just been migrating to
They
do that just because they want to. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the show tonight. It's a special kind of sidewalk out there.
I know, it's amazing the technology you guys come up with. Now, the new album is underneath, got it right there, and you know, you guys have been through a lot since the last one. You said, you know, you got your own record label. Is underneath, is that sort of kind of representation of the way you are right now?
Well, I think every record sort of is an encapsulation of who you are at that moment in your career. And so, you know, that's Hanson now. That's just another step forward, and they're always evolving. I think this record shows some sides of the band that people haven't seen before. It's a little more acoustic, has some mellower sides that people haven't seen.
Talking about love as well.
Talking about love. Always talk about love. I mean, I think every band's job, artist's job, is to just continue to write about things and do things that excites you and kind of puts you on the line, and that's hopefully people continue to connect with that. I mean, one thing about having fans, you know, we haven't been here in 4 years, and to still have fans that are as passionate as they are, I mean, I think that's an amazing thing, and I think the only way, if at all, we can do anything is to make sure that we're always, you know, getting excited about what we're doing, really re-energizing ourselves about whether we're doing a show or a record, that we're equally as passionate about what we're doing, because you can't expect people to go out there and love a record unless you are really putting yourself into it. So producing the record on our own, just everything we've done with this album is, you know, like every record it's the best record you could ever make, you know, at that moment.
It obviously really means a lot to you, though, because it's sort of, you know, there is a lot of pain, like in the DVD that's on, a bonus on this as well. There's, you know, like a bit of stuff you're talking about it.
The documentary, we made a documentary about this whole process of starting a record company, kind of what's going on in the last 4 years. A lot has changed in this band, you know, around this band.
Very busy, huh?
Yeah. I think this is the most prolific we've been ever. Yeah. We've released an acoustic record on our website, and we've released a live DVD, and we've released now the new album, and we've been working on this documentary that's going to come out, and so, you know, we hope to get the next record out as soon as possible. Sooner than before.
Now, also in the thanks on, you said, I think, Zach, that this album, there was a lot of courage, sweat, and tears. Now, tell us about the tears. When did they come when you were making this album?
I think that's just sort of a representation of just all the struggles you go through to make a record and put yourself out, and whether it's songwriting about things that, you know, are true emotions that you put out in a song, or
it wasn't that you were having big fights while the album was being made or anything like that.
It was the process of, you know, we formed our own label, and that's a huge thing that takes courage, and the sweat and tears is making the album, and then and writing the songs, and
I think it was very much directly related to also just a lot of struggles of getting the album done was directly related to a very unproductive relationship that we'd had with our label at that point in time, and so I think that was definitely a part of that description, was just, you know, just deciding to kind of part ways with that. It was just a hard process, because when you're putting yourself on the line, you know, as an artist, you kind of like, you hang yourself out there on a regular basis, and you make yourself very vulnerable to other people, and when you kind of deal with a constant kind of aggressive back and forth, sometimes it can be very, very stressful.
And also,
you're being very polite by saying it that way as well. We'll get it
sometimes
later.
You want to, exactly. Sometimes when you use a few four-letter words, which I do use in the documentary.
So we'll have to check it out.
There's just, you know, this record, I mean, in a lot of ways, you know, we're 24, 21, 19. I mean, we're still young guys in relation to the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But we've still already done so much. Yeah. So in a lot of ways, you know, the blood, sweat, courage, tears, all that it takes to ever make records or ever do anything that I think is anywhere close to great is part of, you know, why I think, like I said, I think people hopefully will get something out of it. And that's what music, I mean, people go through their lives and they do their daily thing, and I think music is there to sort of be an expression that represents a lot of what people do feel. And so when you've got, you know, a good thing about going through pain and struggle and you know, kind of really putting yourself into something is hopefully it comes out of the music.
Yeah. And is it kind of like a release? Because you kind of get it on paper.
I mean, it's personal therapy. We're all psychotic, and we put it into our songs.
Come on.
Oftentimes,
Not far from it.
writing songs is getting through your own issues. It's like addressing thoughts that everyone
Counseling
has
yourself.
and counseling yourself by writing a song about it, and then finally maybe coming to an answer in that
Zach
song.
writes all his songs laying on a couch, speaking into the air. Well, this morning.
What?
Into a mirror. You should put a mirror in the room.
When I was a small boy.
Oh, that's great.
I mean, like it's strong enough to break. That's a great metaphor, because, I mean, you can't break something unless it's strong enough, because otherwise it's malleable and it bends. So I dig that.
That too, and you know what that song's also addressing is just being strong enough to break and then pick yourself back up once you've fallen apart.
Just sort of being willing to like like doing anything, you have to sort of compromise certain things and stand up for other things. I mean, it's like it's very comparable to just people's lives and what they're doing. And
Putting yourself out on the line for something you believe in.
It's very serious. That's
God.
serious.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, speaking of people who put themselves out on the line, would you have a request now?
Yes,
I mean, you
we
guys
do.
are hanging with us on most one of you. Should be able to help us out here with a request?
Yes. I believe the next song is Out of the Blue by Delta Goodrum. It's from Jenny in Brisbane.